The Galactic Council's decree was unanimous. The Nixari are hereby banished from all Council worlds. Their genetic instability makes them a contamination risk. Their unpredictable mutations violate biological safety protocols. They are to be relocated to Sector 70-749, the quarantine zone. No species objected. The Nixari had always been different. Their DNA shifted and changed unpredictably, making them immune to some diseases but vulnerable to others without warning. They couldn't be categorized, couldn't be standardized, couldn't fit into the neat biological boxes that galactic law required. They were dangerous, uncontrollable, other. The Nixari refugee ships drifted toward the quarantine zone, carrying the last 200,000 members of their species. Their home world had been seized, their assets frozen. They had nothing but the clothes on their backs and the hope that maybe, somehow, they could survive in the lawless outer sectors. That's when they received the transmission. Unidentified vessels. This is Captain Sarah Chun of the Earth Coalition ship Odyssey. We've been monitoring the Council frequencies. We know what happened. A pause. We'd like to offer you sanctuary. The Nixari elder, Vel Shah, responded with confusion. You are human? From a death world? That's what they call it, yeah. Look, we're transmitting coordinates to Earth and 12 colony worlds. You'll have full citizenship rights, housing assistance, medical care. You do not understand, Vel Shah interrupted. We are unstable, dangerous. Your Council files. We read them. Captain Chin's voice was firm. Want to know what else we read? That you were exiled for being genetically unpredictable. Humans have over 7,000 identified genetic disorders. We have DNA that randomly decides to give us allergies to sunlight, our own immune systems, or water. Trust me, we understand unpredictable biology. 3 weeks later, the first Nixari ships landed on Earth. The Galactic Council waited for the inevitable disaster. Contamination, outbreak, chaos. Instead, they got news reports. Breaking, Nixari refugees integrated into 17 major cities. Medical teams report no incidents. In other news, Nixari genetic researcher Dr. Kix then collaborates with human scientists, leading to breakthrough in autoimmune disorder treatment. Local Nixari community celebrates First Harvest Festival in New Toronto. Human neighbors invited. 6 months in, Ambassador Relnax from the Pristine Consortium requested an emergency meeting with Earth's representative. You cannot keep them, he insisted. They are biologically hazardous. Ambassador Williams leaned back in her chair. Funny thing about that, our geneticists have been studying Nixari DNA. Want to know what they found? I do not. The instability isn't a flaw. It's rapid adaptation. Their immune systems rewrite themselves in real time. They're basically evolution on fast forward. She smiled. Sound familiar? Humans have something similar. We call it genetic diversity. It's why we survived our death world. That is completely different. Is it? Because from where I'm sitting, you exiled an entire species for having the audacity to be biologically flexible, for not fitting your standardized models. William stood. Here's what's really happening. The Nixari are thriving on Earth. They're opening businesses, teaching in our universities. Their kids play soccer with human kids. And yes, sometimes their biology does something unexpected, just like ours does. This is reckless. No, Ambassador. Reckless is what you did. We're just doing what humans do best, making it work. 2 years later, the Nixari population on Earth had grown to 500,000. They'd settled on 7 colony worlds. A Nixari woman married a human man in Tokyo. A Nixari teenager won an Earth science competition. A Nixari chef opened a fusion restaurant that had a 6-month waiting list. The breakthrough came in year 3. A combined human Nixari research team discovered that Nixari adaptive genetics, when studied alongside human genetic diversity, unlocked treatments for 17 previously incurable diseases, affecting both species and 4 council races. The Galactic Council filed a formal request for the research data. Earth's response was brief. The Nixari are full Earth citizens with all associated rights and protections. If the Council wishes to collaborate, They may submit a formal apology and reparations proposal to the Nixari Representative Council. We'll be waiting. The apology took 6 months. Pride dies slowly in bureaucracies. But it came. On Earth, in a small apartment in Mumbai, Velsha watched the Galactic Council's official apology broadcast. Her grandson, born on Earth, human-educated, fluent in 5 languages, sat beside her. "Gran, are we going back?" he asked. Velsha looked around the apartment, at the photos of her family integrated into human society, at the window overlooking a city that had welcomed them, at the future her people had here. "No, little one," she said softly. "We're already home." Outside, the city hummed with life. Human, Nixari, and a handful of other species who'd found their way to the death world that didn't care about biological purity or genetic perfection. Earth took them all in, because humanity had learned long ago that survival wasn't about being perfect. It was about being adaptable, compassionate, and stubborn enough to say no when the galaxy said impossible. The death world had become a sanctuary, and the outcasts had become family.